Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's get those likes out. Big fight today, man. Big fight. I'm very excited. Can't wait for tonight. Good morning. Let's get some comments. Oh, good afternoon. Who's here? Who's here? Deuce, what's up, man? Deuce is always one of the first ones in the building. Andrade, yes, sir. What's up, y'all? Big fight tonight, man. I'm super, super hyped. Super excited for tonight, man. But I'm gonna get to the fight in a little bit between Loma and Teofimo Lopez. We'll talk more about that later. I'm just gonna do a quick live chat with you guys. To start off with Andrade, though. Demetrius Andrade was reported maybe a couple of nights ago on Twitter that he's going to be fighting Dusty Hernandez Harrison at 168, which sounds crazy because the last time I see Dusty Harrison fight, he was fighting as a welterweight or a junior welterweight, maybe a welterweight. Okay, the last time I seen him fight, he was signed with Rock Nation. I remember watching him fight live at the Madison Square Garden Theater. And it was like some baby trinket, WBC title. You know how the WBC do. They have like 12 different titles in each division. So, I see the fight there. They set it up. It was like the main event. Like you had all these celebrities in there. Like Rihanna was in there. It was crazy, right? So I haven't really heard from him, much of him since then, but I knew him as a welterweight. This was years ago. This had to be like 6 years ago now. And I hear this news and I hear this at 168. And I'm like, how is that at 168 when Dusty fights at welterweight? So I look up his box rec and I see that he had like 4 different fights above 168, in between there and 175. So I search on YouTube and I see Dusty fighting at, like, he looks like a super Dusty. He doesn't even look like the same guy. It's like he drunk the ooze from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He looked like a bigger version of himself, or a bigger version of what I remember him as. And I'm like, all right, Dusty's not a bad fighter, but it's so random for a guy like Andrade to be fighting him. It's crazy. Yeah, Krang Dusty. Yeah. And I'm just like, this is on the undercard of Demetrius Andrade against Gabe Rosado? Like, what kind of card is this? Husky Harrison. What kind of card is this, bro? Like, Danny Jacobs is fighting Gabe Rosado. Shout out to Gabe Rosado. I love Gabe Rosado. I really do. I've always loved him on this channel, man. But no. No. Salute working, man. Well, salute to everybody that's here, man. I'm actually drinking out my my mug that I picked out when I was in London last year. Anytime I travel, I pick up a mug so I can remember that, I was there. A mug and usually a shot glass. Not a lot of people do that, but good afternoon, everybody, man. Punch Quote, what up? I see you, man. Punch Quote's my guy. Soccer Training Club, everybody that's here. So, let's get back to this Dusty thing. I really feel bad for Andrade because I thought that when he signed with the Zone, we would be getting some better fights for him. You know, for all these years, he was with a smaller promoter. I believe he was with Star Boxing. Then he tried to do the Rock Nation thing, and that didn't work out. And then they had a lawsuit. I don't know what the outcome of that lawsuit was, but he had the Rock Nation issue. He didn't sign with Showtime to fight Jamel at the time. And he pretty much never got another big opportunity. You know, he fought Vanes Martirosyan undefeated back then, which was a good fight on HBO back then. But outside of that, nothing ever happened. Nothing really ever popped off with Demetrius Andrade. And I don't blame him fully. Billy Joe Saunders, who actually left a comment. I seen the tweet from Errol Spence Jr. basically saying that Andrade should be fighting better competition than Dusty Harrison. You know, especially at 168, which we all agree with. But this little slick dude, Billy Joe Saunders, co-signs it on Twitter publicly as if you didn't duck him. You ducked him. Billy Joe Saunders ducked Demetrius Andrade. He popped 30. And then never went back to fight him. Went up to 168 and never tried to fight Andrade after that. You know? And that's messed up. And for you to co-sign that as if you weren't supposed to be one of his opponents, make sure you guys hit that like. What's going on with you, Billy? Like, what's up, man? Billy Joe Saunders, who else? Jamal publicly said on, what's that channel called? Boxing, can't remember what channel. Well, I said it a few times. He did an interview. I remember him doing an interview basically saying he won't fight Demetrius Andrade. And I think in a more recent interview, he said he would never fight Andrade because of that Showtime deal that Andrade didn't take back then. You know, I don't know what's up with Andrade, man. I don't know what's up with him, but I get it. There's some people that don't want to fight him, and I get it. Jamal, we should really get that fight. So the Jamal Charlo thing is not Andrade's fault. The Billy Joe Saunders fight is not Andrade's fault. All right, those two fighters right there. He's fighting on a Daniel Jacobs undercard. These guys are good friends, so they don't want to face each other. Andrade definitely would need to fight more than Jacobs do. Jacobs' resume is stacked. You know, he has a legit, like, there's nothing you can say about Daniel Jacobs. There's nothing wrong with his resume. Andrade would need to fight. But if they're friends, they don't want to fight each other. But I figured when Andrade signed with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, I figured that he would get more boxing opportunities, you know. And he just never got them. And then, you know, everybody's been talking about Liam Williams lately. And that's a good fight. That's a solid fight. That's a solid fight. It's a respectable fight. You know, Liam Williams lost to Liam Smith a couple times. But Liam Williams did knock out Arlantes Fox, who Andrade went the distance with. It is a better fight than Dusty Harrison, even though it's at 168. And listen, Dusty is not a bad fighter. It's just that he stacked up his resume fighting bums his whole career. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Yeah, her and putting out shit cards. I agree. This is not a good card at all. You know, and if you're not a subscriber to DAZN, this is not what is going to cut it here. You're not going to gain subscribers by putting on these kind of cards. No disrespect, because I like DAZN. I have DAZN. I've been subscribed to DAZN from the beginning, but they got to step it up. These cards like this is not going to get subscribers today. You know, I pay yearly. I pay the full $100. But you got to do better if you want to get more subscribers over there. Douglas, I appreciate it, bro. One of the best boxing channels. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All the support this week going live. I hope you guys like the fact that I'm going live a lot more now. You know, I used to go live here and there, but not much before. But now, you know, I'm going live a lot more now because I like to read the comments and I like to chop it up with you guys. I'm tired of Billy Joe too. I'm tired of him too. I don't like the guys that he's facing. He's really funny and selective on who he faces. You know, and I think he's much talented. I think he just don't want. I think he's trying to just protect his O. You know, Andrade has had opportunities in the past that he screwed up. He did, but these were years. This was years ago. So I think he should have fought Matt Korobov when Korobov was a WBO champion back then too. Andrade was holding the WBO title. I don't know if you guys remember, but back when Andrade was at 154, he had a WBO title, and there was an option for him to move up to fight Matt Korobov. I believe this is before Matt got knocked out by Andy Lee, and Andrade didn't take it. But I know that fight was like right on the spot. You know, that was like one of those real quick decisions. But I know at that time, Andrade was having the trouble getting fights. So I figured, you know what, if he moves to 160 and fight and wins for that title, if he were to beat Matt Korobov, you know, maybe he would have had more opportunities, you know. But hey, it is what it is. You know, I don't think we should just hold that against him 5-6 years later. You know, these are business moves that he was trying to make. It wasn't like he was specifically dunking these fighters. It was just that these were business opportunities that he didn't take, you know? But just the fact that he's fighting on the undercard. I mean, Jacobs, I know they're not going to fight, but I mean, Hearn got to do something, man. I know Triple G doesn't want to fight him. I know Canelo doesn't care to fight him. I know Jamal Charlo doesn't care to fight him. But we have to get something, man. We have to get something, man. Something got to work out for this dude. And I don't think it's going to be any different at 168 because Billy Joe Saunders is at 168 and he didn't fight him before. It's not like he's going to fight him now. Canelo's at 168. He's dealing with his, you know, his lawsuit. I don't know if Canelo's going to fight anytime soon. Guys, let's get those likes up, man. Let's get to at least 50. You know, we got 80 viewers already. Let's get some of these likes up, man. I guess, you know, you got to RC. I see a comment. You know, I don't see nothing wrong with the card. The zone deserves COVID cards as well. That is fair. That is fair because I know ESPN definitely had a lot of COVID cards. You know, so I get it. And these dudes have to be active. And I said many years ago I said this about Andrade many years ago when he was stripped by the WBO back on 154. I would rather you stay active than stay inactive and fight guys, whoever you got to fight whoever you got to fight. But I think the Liam Williams, if you're going to fight anyone, and I know people don't really, you know, if even if he were to beat Liam Williams, it's still never going to be enough. So I understand that, but real fight fans would respect it more than a Dusty Harrison. You know what I'm saying? Real boxing fans, when I'm talking about the casuals that just want to hate, I'm talking about real boxing fans would respect a Liam Williams win, especially if he's your mandatory. I would take Liam Williams over the more recent fighters that Demetrius Andrade has faced since he's moved up to 160. You know, because Liam Williams is a puncher. There is some sort of danger there. I know he's lost to Liam Smith, but still a solid opponent to fight, you know, especially coming off of that first round knockout win recently. I think the hype would be a little bit more there than fighting a Dusty Harrison at 168. So yeah, RC, good point. Good point. You know, I mean, COVID cards are going to exist. So I got you. All right. But the zone, you know, I don't know what we're getting from the zone anytime soon. I know, well, we are going to get Dillian White against Povetkin too. we are going to get Chisora against Usyk, which is good too. Louis Evans. Yeah, I'm going to treat myself to some whiskey tonight when I'm doing the live commentary. Yo, guys, make sure I'll be here 7 p.m. Eastern to do the prelims. So I'll be here like, all night with you guys. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you subscribe. If you haven't already subscribe. Also like this if you can. Follow me on all social media platforms. As far as Demetrius Andrade, to close it out, it is what it is. It is what it is. I feel bad for him, but he's getting up there. I don't know how old he is. Let me look him up real quick. Let me look him up. Give me a second. I don't know how old he is, but I would think he's pushing his mid-30s. Andre's 32. Okay, he'll be 33 in February. Yeah. This will be 33, and we're still waiting for one really good fight. I feel bad, but his career doesn't seem like it's really going anywhere. He holds a title, but no one cares. What's the reasoning behind the zone doing it? Well, I'm assuming it's a COVID card just to stay active. Billy Duck Canelo, Andrade, Triple G. Yeah, Billy ducked a lot of people at some point. That's what he does, And then he does a lot of messy stuff outside of the ring. He's messed up, popping on drug tests, getting himself in trouble outside of the sport. He's like the UK version of Adrian Broner. I've said this in the past. He's always getting into some mess. He's very talented. His focus has never really been consistent, I think a fully focused Billy Joe Saunders is very, very talented and can beat most people. But I'm not going to make that an excuse. I mean, we say that for Adrian Broner. A fully focused Adrian Broner is this. No, they are who they are. Okay, they are who they are. We can't just keep making excuses for these guys. All right. Eubank needs to fight Andrade. That would be a good fight. That would be a good fight. Murata would be a good fight. People forget about him at 160. That would be a good fight. I don't know if these guys would do it. All right. I do watch UFC, but more casually these days. I called it down for a boo-boo 5 years ago. I did. It's actually one of my most viewed YouTube videos. At that time, it became, I feel bad because I am a fan of Andre, but I was reporting what was happening at that time with Rock Nation and Showtime and the Charlos and Lara. That actually has been one of the most searched videos of Demetrius Andrade. For some reason, that video specifically, and I was a much smaller channel at that time. When I made that video popped up anytime you search Demetrius Andrade. That video, that guy must, I've never met Andrade before, but I had his relatives was sending me comments and messages and emails basically going off at me for making that video. I feel bad, but I was saying what it was. It is what it is. This is what's being reported here, and you didn't really respond to it or deny it. The Rock Nation deal was it just didn't work out, and you just missed out on other opportunities, and it is what it is. Let's talk about Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. I wanted to speak on it one last time before tonight. I'm not going to be on here long today because I'm going to be on here for a long time. First of all, just want to put out the information. The prelims are at 7:30 Eastern, okay, on ESPN Plus. So you actually need the actual app to watch the prelims, right? So you need that to watch the prelims. At 10 p.m., it's going to be on regular ESPN, on the actual network on television. And that starts at 10 p.m. Eastern. All right. So I will be covering both. For the card, the undercard on the main card, you have Edgar Berlanga against Lanel Bellows. Now, I don't know who Lanel Bellows is, but I've been watching Edgar. I've been watching Edgar. He's from New York. Okay. He's from Brooklyn, Puerto Rican fighter, undefeated prospect, knockout artist, 14 wins, 14 losses. 14 wins by knockout. Watch him. Very explosive. At this level, he's very explosive. All right. This is going to be a super middleweight fight. I think he had a little trouble making weight, but make sure you watch that fight. I think that's going to be a knockout. I don't know who Lanel Bellows is, but I'm expecting this. Based on his record, I'm expecting this to be a showcase fight for Edgar, who's on to come up. So make sure you check that out. Yeah, the prelims is on ESPN Plus, and the main card is at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN, on regular ESPN. So that'll be the first fight on the ESPN card, which I'm expecting a knockout. Then probably the most action-packed fight, Alex Saucedo against Arnold Barboza Jr. All right. Should be a really good fight. That's going to be an action-packed fight. That's going to be at 140. This is a step-up fight for Arnold Barboza. He's been a good prospect too. All right. But he's been fighting as a contender at this point. And this is a step up for him, fighting Alex Saucedo. He actually fought earlier this year on other top-rate card, on another COVID card earlier this year. I seen it. Didn't look all of that great, impressive, but he got the win. He outboxed his opponent. I forgot who he fought, but I remember watching him fight earlier this year. But he's a really good boxer. All right. And Alex Saucedo, you already know, if you haven't seen him fight at 140, he does have a loss against Maurice Hooker, but he's a good action-packed fighter. He definitely comes to fight. I think he will be the aggressor between the two. Arnold's chin will probably get tested at some point in this fight. I think this is going to be a good war. Andre Magia is a good fight too, but they're not going to put Magia in the ring with Andre. I just saw that comment. But yeah, that should be a good undercard fight. Make sure you guys tune in and watch that fight. This will be before the Lomachenko and Lopez fight. This is going to be on the main ESPN card. So it's a pretty solid undercard. And then you have Lopez against Lomachenko, which I am a little tired, literally, too, of these fights coming on so late. For the main card to start at 10 p.m. Eastern and have three fights starting at 10 p.m., most likely we won't be getting Lomachenko against Lopez until 12:30. I'm talking about round one won't probably be starting until like 12:30. I see 12 the earliest. Especially if we get an early knockout in the first fight with Edgar Berlanga. If we get a knockout with him, if we happen to get a stoppage, I don't think Barboza and Saucedo is going to be a knockout. I think that's going to go the distance, but I think that's going to be, I think that's going to be a decision. I think that's going. And Lomachenko against Lopez, I say the very earliest that fight starts at 12, at the very earliest. I don't want to be on here sleeping like I was on the Charlo pay-per-view, double pay-per-view. That was way too long. I I was in here dozing off live with you guys, man. That was like one of the longest. And plus, I did the earlier card on the Zone with the World Boxing Super Series at Cruiserweight. That was too much boxing for me. It was 10 hours of boxing. That was too long, too much. So I will be here 7 p.m. Eastern, but hopefully the main fight doesn't start too late because I don't want to fall asleep on you guys. All right, but I will be here doing live commentary. I will be here at 7 p.m. Eastern later on this evening. Yeah. Mikey Mike, yeah. I was on here dozing off. Yo, y'all was like, yo, Wave, wake up. I was like, yeah, he dozing right here. Yeah, so hopefully the fight won't be too late. Yeah, but I saw the weigh-in yesterday. And how do y'all feel about Lomachenko coming out of his character a little bit? How do y'all feel about that? I saw that and I didn't know what to think about that. I say, wow, Lomachenko's really cool, relaxed, extra confident. For him to go underneath that rope and get up in Lopez's face like that kind of made me feel like, whoa, Lomachenko, he's feeling a different way about this fight. What do you think? Does it mean anything at all? Or do you think that Lopez got into his head a little bit? What do you guys think about that? Let me read the comments. Tio got Loma out of character. Absolutely. Tio getting under his skin. Loma know he is in Timo's head. Okay, maybe he's in Tio's. Because I know the day before, everybody said Tio was nervous. That's what everybody was saying. Make sure you guys hit that like, man. We got 135 people in. Let's get to 100 likes. Yo, do me that favor. Just hold me down. Let's get up to 100 likes, man. Can we just hit that like button real quick? I know it doesn't take much out of your time to hit that like button. Do me that favor. We're almost at 140 people. Let's get to 100. Hit that like button, please. They're amped. Timmy Bradley Jr. says Fimo locks him out in the 6th round. Wow. I like the fact that I don't want to say the public feels is 50-50, but I see a lot of Teofimo by knockout by pro fighters, trainers, the fans. I'm seeing a lot of knockouts by Teofimo. A lot of people feel like Tio is going to shock the world and knock Lomachenko out tonight. So, with that being said, if Loma goes in there and totally outclasses this dude, dominates him, and stops him, please put respect on his name. If you don't respect him yet, respect him if he is to win. I know I've been making videos about Tio possibly knocking him out. People thinking he's underrated. I've been making videos. I've sent in videos that he has a better chance of knocking and beating Lomachenko than anybody else at 135. I believe that. I still believe that. I know this, we got the Haneys, we got the Ryan Garcias, we got the Tank Davises. No, I said if Loma loses to anybody at 135, it will be by Tio and it'll be by knockout. If he loses anyway. Now, I'm riding with, I think Loma is going to win the fight. I'm rooting for Tio, but I think Loma is the better fighter. I think Loma is going to win this one by decision, But I think Tio has a better chance than anybody else at 135 to beat Loma right now. Lopez looked good at the weigh-in, man. He didn't look drained. Everybody's been talking about whether or not he can make the weight anymore, all that stuff. Let's get those likes up, please. We need more likes, bro. Come on, y'all playing around. What y'all waiting for? Y'all listening? Y'all still here? Hit the like. You might as well hit the like button. I would like my own shit if I could. Salido Barboza. I was just talking about. I was just talking about it. You must just checked in. Really good fight. I actually think that's, as far as the action, I think that's probably going to be the best fight of the night, as far as if you're just looking for raw action. If you're looking for straight action, that's the best fight of the card. I think Loma versus Tio is going to be very, very technical. You know, I think it's going to be very, very technical. I think Loma is going to start out. I don't think, I know. Listen. And this is my thing. I personally don't buy too much in on what these fighters are doing before the fight. I seen the weigh-in. I see the press conference. But I think whenever these two get in the ring, that moment, that bell ring, they're going to be locked in. The both of them. I mean, there's going to be some little nerves there, you know, the feeling out round and everything, but they're going to be locked in, and then they're going to stick with their game plan. This is going to be a technical fight. You know, it's going to be a very, very technical fight. Barboza, Saucedo, I think that's going to be more action. I think Saucedo is going to be bringing the fight straight to Barboza. You know, he's the one. He's the less experienced guy. He's the guy that's on the come up. Okay. But if Barboza is to win this fight, I think Barboza, we could start mentioning him with the top guys at 140, you know, the top 10 guys, without a doubt. He'll be a top 10 guy if he is to beat Saucedo tonight. All right. Again, the prelims start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. The main fight, the main card, starts at 10 p.m. on ESPN Eastern. All right. So look, I think these two are going to be locked in. I think this is going to be a very technical fight. I don't think there's going to be much action in the first round. I think Lomachenko is going to be, you know, just doing what he normally does, stepping in and getting the mood right, seeing where he can, you know, step in and what positions he can be in. Tio is going to be more focused on defense. He's not going to be trying to catch him early, you know. I think the nerves are going to be in the first couple rounds. All right. The first couple rounds is going to be slow. But I think after that, things are going to be, you know, stuff is going to start picking up. All right. But I think Tio is expecting, I see Tio, a lot of people saying that Tio is going to actually try to bring the pressure to Lomachenko. So that's a possibility. What if Tio says, you know what, I'm going to come forward early. I'm going to come forward. I'm going to bully him. I'm going to pressure him. That's also a possibility. We haven't seen that much of Tio. Tio's usually a counterpuncher. You know, usually he's the one that's waiting to set up the big shot. What if he comes forward, try to start digging in Loma's body and stuff? You know, he might be switching it up for Loma. This is why I said this fight is so important. Because what if all this time Tio has been fighting guys at that level? There could be a lot more in Tio's game that we haven't seen yet. Lomachenko, we already know what he's bringing. We know what he's bringing. You know, but like I said in the breakdown, the more he fights, the more holes we're going to see in this game. The more he's going to continue to get hit. Because he's fought so many people now. We see, you know, mistakes that he can make, you know, the punches that you can land. You know, we seen what happened when he fought Linares. Excuse me. We seen what happened when he fought Luke Campbell. But I think Loma is going to do it. I think Loma is going to do it by decision. Loma's ring rusty. That's the longest layoff. It is a long layoff. It is, you know, and I give him a lot of credit for being out of the ring for a long time and fighting a little young killer like Teofimo Lopez. You know, I mean, even Lopez fought more recently than he did. So, should be dope. Should be a good time. We should have fun tonight, man. I look forward to seeing you guys tonight on here and chopping it up like we normally do. I'm gonna do the commentary, but I'm gonna answer the questions. We're gonna chat, talk and chop it up and have, might have a glass of whiskey like I normally do and have some fun, you know. But I think Lomachenko is gonna win. I did a voting thing yesterday, and I think the majority of you guys pick Lomachenko, which is expected. Let me see. Let me look at these voting results that I put up, so I could tell you guys on the spot. Okay. So out of 588 votes, 33% picked Lomachenko by KO. 43% picked Lomachenko by decision. Only 22% picked Lopez by KO. And only 2% Lopez by decision. So if you add it up, if you do the math, we got about 76% Lomachenko, either by knockout or decision. And there's only, you got the last, 23% or so with Lopez winning, okay, by KO. So I know 588 votes is small, but most people still think Lomachenko is going to win this one. Okay, so if Lomachenko is to lose, you got to give T.O. his credit. Definitely. But everything look, they look good. I see you guys leaving. It should be no excuses. Nah, it shouldn't be no excuses. Shouldn't be no excuses. It is a layoff. He might be a little bit rusty, but the better fighter wins tonight. You're not going to lose strictly because you haven't fought since last year. The best man wins tonight. That simple. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna take anything off the weigh-in and stuff like that. Nah. Yo, real quick. I wanted to ask you guys a question. Teofimo Lopez versus Regis Prograis. Who wins? Right now. Like Teo goes up and fight Regis Prograis. Who wins? Just because I seen their little interview they did together. Rougarou against Teo. Even if Teo wins. If Teo is to beat and knock out Lomachenko tonight. Okay. Mostly Prograis. I got Prograis, by the way. I got Prograis winning that. I'm actually more confident that Prograis would beat Teo than Loma beating Teo. I mean, I think Loma's going to win tonight, but I'm unsure. I wouldn't put money on it. I see Showbiz. Shout out to Showbiz, the adult. I think he said he's putting up 10K for that fight that Teo is going to win. I wouldn't put money up for it. But I think I would be more confident that Regis Prograis would beat Teo right now. I like Regis Prograis. I think he's a better boxer. And I think his power is real too. His power is serious. So is Teo's. But Regis Prograis proved that his power is real at 140. And even though he lost to Josh Taylor, it was still a very close competitive fight. I think Prograis would beat him right now, at least for right now, What if T.O. beats Loma for the unification and then beats the winner of Ramirez versus Taylor for unification? Where would you rank him? Shit, if he were to do that, listen, that fight wouldn't happen anyway because mandatories will get in the way for that fight to happen immediately. I think Josh Taylor, I don't know who would win that fight, but there'll be mandatories that would need to get taken care of before TO would get a shot. But if it were to happen, I don't believe it would happen, but if it were to happen, if TO can go up and win undisputed against Loma and then go up and beat a Josh Taylor or Jose Ramirez back to back, dude, you got to be like number one pound for pound or you'll definitely be the top three. You know, I actually would, I think if you're not including Manny Pacquiao and Canelo, I think you might be number one, like just like that. I don't know. That's insane. I don't believe that would happen though. I think that's a little too much. Yeah, the fight starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Pre-fights starts at 7:30 p.m. Mr. Neo that asked 16 times just now. But yeah, no, I don't think that would be possible. I know T.O. has been talking about moving up, win or lose. I just hope that if Loma wins the fight tonight, I hope he fights Devin Haney before he goes back down to 130. I don't know if he will, but I just hope we get that one last fight in order just to quiet the people that feel that Devin got robbed of a title opportunity by the WBC, by the way. To make that clear, the WBC did that. All right. Loma can't hurt Lopez, but Lopez can hurt Loma. Just can't see Loma winning. I mean, how are we sure that Loma can't hurt him? Hey, another question. What do you guys feel about Teofimo Lopez having asthma and almost dying from it like 3 times in his life? How do you guys feel about that? Do you think that is going to play any role when that pressure is on him tonight? Yeah, this guy, Punch Code, do I still have you as a moderator? If you can just, I think I have you as a moderator, Punch Code. If you can just, remove him, appreciate it. Good looking. If what was I saying? Yeah, do you guys think that really means anything if Tio had asthma and being that Lomachenko is a pressure fighter, you think that's gonna play any role, in his and then that's the one key thing I've always said about this fight. I said that I'm more worried and concerned about Tio's endurance, and if this fight is to go later, will he be able to fight at a high level for so long? Can he do it? Can he sustain it? Yeah, I'm definitely doing commentary tonight. I'll be here 7 p.m. Eastern. So just check me out later. No. That's why Tio fights at a slow pace because of asthma. It's just that Tio has never fought anyone that's going to put the pressure on him. But he's claiming he's going to put the pressure on Lomachenko. So we'll see. We'll see. Tio went 12 rounds last fight. I think he can handle another 12. 2 fights ago against Nakatani. That was his one and only fight, though. Nakatani is not Lomachenko, though. All right? It's a different kind of pressure. There wasn't much pressure there. I think Nakatani was tall, long, rangy, had a good 1-2. And I think that gave Tio... I think Tio had issues with the distance in that fight. He had to really step in and land in order, to connect. with Nakatani. I think that's why he had so much trouble in that fight. Style-wise. I think he's not going to have that same issue with Loma. I think he's going to have different issues with Loma. Yeah. Loma's a competitor, just like T.O. popping shit just to raise the stakes. Absolutely. What's up, Aunt Mugga? What's good? I ain't see you in a minute. How's everything? T.O. had trouble getting creative offensively, but his athletic ability helped him overcome it. Yeah. I think that with Nakatani, I think he was more of an annoying fighter for T.O. He wasn't giving him any real trouble. I just think that his style was a little off for T.O. and T.O. still did enough to win. It's not like Nakatani almost won the fight. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just that T.O. didn't look as dominating in that fight as he has in his other fights, Yeah, we'll definitely see how good Lopez's stamina is tonight if they don't go late, Hey, are you guys expecting Lopez to try to bully him? Boxingologist. What's up, man? What's up, baby? It's been a long time, man. You got to start doing videos again, bro. You got to start doing videos again. Yeah, I can't believe Andrade's fighting Dusty neither, man. But Williams and Charlo and Billy Joe Saunders, I don't think all the fights are his fault. I think he should definitely at least fight Williams over Dusty Harrison. But, it is what it is. I was talking about it earlier in the video. Yeah, do you guys think, are you guys expecting T.O. to be aggressive? What are you guys expecting T.O. to do? Do you think T.O.'s going to fight his fight like we normally see him do and wait for the counter? Or is he going to be aggressive? Are you guys expecting him to walk Lomachenko down and switch it up? What are you guys expecting from T.O.? He's going to be looking for that straight right hand. Yeah, absolutely. At least we know that's exactly what he's doing because that's what he always does. Do you guys expect him to change it up and bully him, though? That's my question. Do you think he's going to stay the same? And what do you suggest? What do you suggest from him? Do you think he should try to bully Lomachenko, or do you think he should stick to his game and try to look for the counter? Or do you think he's going to mix it up? You think he's going to mix it up? You think he's going to try to walk Loma down at times? Or you think he's going to, and switch it back and forth? What do you guys think? Because he could do it Canelo. Canelo is good at pacing. That's one thing that Canelo's good at doing. He's good at pacing himself. He's good at coming forward and walking you down, but he won't stay and do it because, he doesn't want to get tired. Let's read some of the comments here. I think he is going to try and counter, but I think he has to abandon that style to win tonight. He needs to rough Loma up Salido style and beat up and bully him. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Press that like button. Yeah, yo, press that like button. We got 200 viewers. Let's get 200 likes. All right. That's T.O. style. The question is, can he adjust well as Loma and time him? Yeah, we got to see. He should not change what's working for him, but have a plan B and C just in case. Absolutely. Listen, all great fighters, the very, very best, you got to be able to adjust. Because there's always a way to beat every style. You got to be the greats can do anything. They can do it all. They can do a little bit of it of it all. You got to be able to adjust. Are we going to see Lopez adjust? I think Lopez, you know why I picked Loma? You guys watch the breakdown? What did I say at the very end? I'm picking Loma because it's a safe pick. Because I think what T.O. has to do to win this fight, I haven't seen yet. I've seen only one version of Teofimo Lopez. Can he change it up? Can he adjust? Possibly, but I haven't seen it yet. So for me to believe in him, completely believe in him, I think he has a great chance. But for me to completely believe in him, I'm going to have to see him do it. I'm going to have to see it. He has to adjust. Loma, KO, 11 round, baby. Loma's activity rate is too high for T.O. to be on him, to bully him. Well, the thing is, you know what Loma is great at doing? Loma is great at throwing you off from whatever you're trying to do. So if you're going to come and try to bully him, he's going to keep moving. He's going to keep moving around. You know what I'm saying? He's going to figure out a way to throw you off from whatever you're trying to. So if you're trying to be aggressive towards him, okay, he's just going to sidestep you and keep making you reset yourself. Or he's going to counter you. But a lot of people keep, what they're saying is they never see him fight going backwards. Well, because he normally doesn't have to. His footwork is great. He'll figure it out. But we'll see. Maybe T.O. could do it. Maybe we might see it tonight. We'll know later tonight. Yo, thank you, Mifo Mopi. I'm butchering your name. I'm sorry, but thank you for the super chat. The only way Lopez win is by mauling Loma. He's not winning a boxing match against Loma. Lopez have beat anyone yet. Well, I agree with you, but I wouldn't say he has to maul Loma. All right. Because I don't think that's his style, is to maul. I don't think that's what he does. I think he might need to be a little bit more aggressive, but I don't think just mauling him is what he needs to do in order to win this fight. You just can't run up on a guy with Lomachenko's experience. You're saying Lopez won't respect his power. Well, we'll see. I don't know why people feel like Lomachenko just punches like he's just some feather-fisted puncher. He's always dropping or stopping guys or making them quit. I don't think he's just a light puncher. Like, I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that started. Where did that start? Like, who created that? Like, who said that? Because that's not what we see in the ring. All right. I think both fighters surprised tonight. All right, we'll see. Lomachenko on the back foot is suspect. We'll see. We'll see. That's why Lopez needs to establish the jab. I think he needs to, but I think he will, but I don't know. He doesn't throw a lot of jabs. A lot of his jabs are setups. A lot of his jabs are setups. You can't run up on T.O. with those Philly counter. That is specialized for an attacker. He is clearly the biggest puncher Loma has fought. Absolutely. I am Ukrainian too, but support Lopez tonight. Wow. Okay. You have to bully Loma from round one before he's able to figure out all the angles. If you start too late, I lost the comment. If you start too late, you have no chance. All right. I feel like at this point, there isn't anything that Loma hasn't seen yet. So I think that will be what gives Loma the win. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of us agree with that. Does anyone know who the ref is? Good question. Who is the referee tonight? Trying to catch up to these comments. I'm trying to answer as many of you as I can. But the comments are rolling in really, really, really quickly. I don't know who is the referee tonight. Was hoping BoxRec would show it, but they're not showing it. So I don't know. I can't answer that question. Sorry. But if anyone does know, leave it in the comments. Orlando Salido left a blueprint. I see people say that a lot, but I think it's more than that. I think a lot of it is true, but I think it's easier said than done. Plus, Salido was throwing a lot of low blows. Plus, I think he was fighting an inferior version of Lomachenko. That's just me, though. That's my view. I don't think it's as easy, as simple as just looking at the Salido fight. You know, remember, we gotta remember too. Salido was fighting for his life at the end of that fight. All right, at the end of that fight, Lomachenko was bringing the pressure. Something awful. It's just that Salido was winning the bulk of that fight. Well, winning as in, low blows, stuff like that. But he was in control. All right. After Lopez KO Richard Comey, I think he proved that he can hang with the big boys. Absolutely. Lomachenko breaks people down, no doubt. Loma has 10 KOs and 14 wins. He can punch. He could definitely punch. And he's stopping guys at 135 or dropping guys at 135. He can punch. It's just that he throws a lot of light punches to set up those power punches. And I think people miss out on those. They don't really notice those. Let's get those lights up, man. Let's get up. If you're here and you haven't hit the like button, man, let's get the likes up to 200, please. He needs to bully Loma. I mean, I agree with you guys, but it's easier said than done. Youssef, thanks for the super chat. I think Tio and his dad should be ready for multiple game plans. Loma is not one size fits all. Get over their emotions and box if they have to. Okay. Yeah. I think you need to have the ability to adjust in order to win this fight, especially against Lomachenko. Lomachenko is vulnerable to the body. I think every boxer is vulnerable to the body. I think Triple G is vulnerable to the body. Guys like the headhunt all the time. Another question is, hey, you know what? I'm not going to get to all of these comments. Ray Valero, thanks for the super chat. Feint and left hook is key for Lopez, in my opinion. Great show. Another question is, and this is a point that I haven't brought up, are we underrating Lomachenko's chin? And when I say that, I'm asking that because the people that Teofimo Lopez has knocked out are not on Loma's level. And I don't think a guy that is a 3-division world champion and has lost only one amateur fight out of 397 of them, I don't think a guy that has that kind of resume is a chinny fighter. He's not a chinny fighter. I've never seen Lomachenko hurt. I'm not talking buzzed. I'm not talking drop. I'm talking about hurt. I've never seen Lomachenko hurt. Have you guys seen Lomachenko hurt? So that right hand that we're expecting Tio to, or at least for the people that expects Tio to win the fight by knockout, what if he connects several times and don't drop Loma with it? What if he can't hurt Loma with that punch? So in a way, we're looking at Tio as a bigger fighter, the explosive puncher that he is. What if he's not able to hurt Lomachenko? Or what if he is to just buzz him, rock him, maybe even drop him? Flash knockdown, similar to Linares did. But what if he's not able to actually hurt him? That's also a possibility. And I would believe that Lopez, for his sake, he would need to be able to hurt Lomachenko in this fight. Because if he can't hurt Loma, I can't see him consistently winning round by round by round. I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm expecting Loma to have a better chance of winning by points than Teofimo Lopez is. We'll see. We'll see, you know. He need to go on that Dr. Sebi diet, get the mucus out his system. Russell Campbell and Linares all buzzed him. Teo has more power than all of them. He does. He does. But what if Teo just buzzes him too and nothing more? That's my question. He does have more power. He does. But what if it's just another buzz? You know? I think he has a better chance of knocking him out more than those guys you just named. Absolutely. That's what I said in the breakdown. But what if we're underestimating Lomachenko's chin? Okay. Arlette, what's going on? Harlem's in the building. So you're saying the people that Loma knocked out are on Teofimo's level? I already stated that Teofimo's Loma's most dangerous opponent, in my opinion. I don't know if he's a better talent than all of the people that Lomachenko's fought, though. That's two different things here. Is Teofimo Lopez an actual better fighter than Campbell, than Linares, than Russell, than Walters? Is he better than all of them? I think he's better than some. As far as boxing ability, but I think the power is a key factor here. If Teo didn't have the power like that, I wouldn't think that he's his most best opponent. Let's just be real. I think the power is the neutralizer here. Power is a big factor here. Yes, absolutely. Marco, you're right. Power is a big, big factor. And I'm not trying to dismiss the power. But as far as boxing IQ, I don't think Teo is better than all of those other guys that I just named. I think he's better than Walters, though. I do think he's better than Walters. I'm not sure if he's better than Gary Russell, Luke Campbell, and Jorge Linares. I think Jorge Linares actually is better than him as a boxer, for sure. You know, I think Jorge Linares is a lot more deeper boxing game than Teo. You know, that's just my opinion, though. We can all disagree with all that. I just named a lot of people. We can all disagree. You know, agree, disagree. It is all good. But yeah, yo, I don't know, man. There's so many different outcomes to this, man. So many people. I mean, so many people in this chat, man. Let's get some more likes up. But yeah, man. You know how I do. You know how I like to do in the live chats. Pick who's winning to fight tonight, man. Loma or Teo, and by what? Decision or knockout? Loma or Teo by decision or knockout? Let me know in the comments. Loma. Loma by a late stoppage. You can have good power, but you had to land it. Absolutely. Can we get more likes, man? Can we get to 200? Can you guys get me to 200 at least? Appreciate it if you can. You know? I will be here. If you're just checking in, I will be here 7 p.m. Eastern to cover the entire fight. The pre-fights, the main fight, everything. I will be here from the very beginning to the very end of this card. You know, if you want to dip in and dip out, it's all on you. But I will be doing commentary on the entire fight. We'll be talking boxing. We'll be talking about more things going on in the sport. We'll be talking about everything. You know, I'll be in here with you guys for like 5 hours, 6 hours, however long it takes. All right, but we'll be having a good time. Saturday night, ESPN Plus at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, regular ESPN at 10 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you tune in. All right, check in. We're gonna have a good time. There's a lot of things we're gonna talk about too tonight. We're gonna talk about a lot of things going on in all the other divisions, other fights that are coming up. We're gonna be talking about a whole lot of things while we're watching boxing. All right. So look, I'm gonna check out. I am going to be on here for a long time with you guys. So in 5 hours, it's 2 p.m. Eastern now. I will be back at 7 p.m. Eastern. That'll be a half hour before the prelims start. So I will be on here all night with you guys. Make sure you guys are in to tune in. For the people that they can't see the fight, they can't watch the fight, you'll be able to hear it punch by punch from me later tonight. If you're a part of the world that's not showing the fight, I'm not going to show the fight, but I will be giving you punch by punch commentary on a fight, especially the last 3 main card fights for sure, because all 3 of those are good fights. So make sure you check in, tune in. All right. But I won't be showing the fight, but I'll definitely be giving you live commentary, play by play for it, like I normally do. All right. So anyway, it was fun chopping it up. If you missed what I said earlier, just go back a little bit. The video will be up for you guys to watch as soon as I end this. If you missed the stream, I was speaking on Demetrius Andrade earlier in the video, fighting Dusty Harrison, how I felt about that, Billy Joe Saunders, all of that. If you missed out, the video will be there within a few minutes of me, stopping this stream for you to watch. So if you missed it, go back. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on there. I'll see you guys in 5 hours. All right. Peace.